If you're running a martial arts school and 2026 is just about kind of hoping for more, then this video is just for you because your business is not going to outgrow your skill set or your enthusiasm or your plans and systems. So I have been going through certain processes at the end of the year with my own businesses, my own team, and also with my own clients. And these systems set us all up for massive success in the year coming. And part of that was doing a review to see how far you've come, what's worked, what hasn't worked, etc. And as I was going through that, I just realized the numerous lessons that I've personally learned and been reminded of through working not just on my own business, but also working with so many clients and helping them to succeed and smash their targets in their own personal business and their personal life. So I thought I'd do a training or video, whatever you want to call it today, so that you can learn the top 3 things that will definitely make a massive difference within your life and your business if you take these into the year coming up, right? So my name is Rick Dubidat. I'm the head of the Martial Art Business Growth Network, and I help martial arts school owners to scale their business by getting more members, getting more revenue, more profitability, and more importantly, scale their time so they get more time back. And that can be by streamlining, by systemizing everything, building a team, leveraging automation and AI, lots of different ways. And we're pretty good at it. Okay, so the first one I say is money matters. Regardless of whether you like to talk about money or not, money matters. In the martial arts circles, we don't really like to talk about money. It's kind of a dirty word. So when I started working with a new client at the beginning of this year, and he told me how many members he had 220 something. So he was doing okay. He'd been on another program before, but it just wasn't a suitable fit anymore. So he came to me. And we started dissecting and looking at his business. So the first thing that we worked on was his whole pipeline, sorted all that out with our plug and play systems. And then, cut a long story short, we got him up to a decent number. We've got him to about 300, over 300 in a very, very short period of time. Throughout that time, I've been talking to him about his fees. He had a certain money mindset that didn't allow him to charge what he was worth. Now, when I say charge what he's worth, I'm not talking about £300 a month for one lesson a week or anything outlandish or crazy. He was charging way, way cheaper than anybody else in the location that he was in, but providing a better service, which is why he had such decent numbers. And it was easy to scale. And once we fixed the pipeline with our pipeline advantage system, it just accelerated everything. But when we looked at the actual finances, it just still didn't allow him to do the things that he needed to do to scale past that 300. And then we got to about 301 or 302 members. And I was like, listen, I'm chuffed with the results that you've got from this, but you really need to revisit what we've spoken about. And I can't force you to take action on making the changes on the financial areas of your business, because if you don't, you're not going to have the revenue in the business in order to compensate your team well enough to cope with any more members than what you have right now. Plus, you won't be able to give your existing students, your 300 odd students, the level of service that they deserve, which means you'll eventually lose them. That was the turning point, because I don't think he was making 12 grand a month just on that from tuition, which is ludicrous. 300 members are not making 12 grand. But it was old money mindsets, and it took time, but eventually came around to our way of thinking, increased his prices, and now he's accelerated it. And he cannot believe that his mindset was the only thing holding him back, because he was telling himself that people in his area can't afford to pay whatever price. So if you're not charging enough, then the bigger consequence is not that, oh, somebody's going to look at you and think you're greedy and people aren't going to be able to afford your classes. The bigger consequence is that you're not going to be able to continue to run your business at the level and the standard that your community requires. Lesson number 1. So the second thing is, your network is your net worth. Throughout the year, there have been some amazing conversations, friendships formed, systems and ideas shared, problems shared and everything throughout the Growth Network community. And it's been inspiring to see. It really has been inspiring to see. Everyone's been helping each other. And one of the biggest things that our members say is that they love the fact that they have a network of people that they can share their problems, be vulnerable with and be honest with, that will either share resources, give advice, give encouragement, and also give them a kick up the backside when they're going off track or losing momentum. And it helps to keep them on track. So it doesn't matter how many systems you have in place. It doesn't matter how good you are at teaching martial arts. It doesn't matter how big your location is. It doesn't matter how many students you have. If you can't keep up the momentum and have different viewpoints to point in the right direction to take you up to the next level, to make sure you're doing the right thing instead of just being a victim to your own habits or a slave to your own habits. So your network is your net worth. You've got to have people around you. Now, I know some of you on here that have got a team, and you can say, yeah, I've got people around me, I've got my team. The thing is, if they're your team, most of them are going to be, yes, right? So they're just going to be like, yeah, that's great, sir. Or whatever they call you, say whatever they call you, okay? So you need people that haven't got a vested interest and aren't scared to say something that might challenge you so that you can get complete clarity and think bigger than what's just up here and your experiences, okay? So that's the second part, which is one of the biggest lessons. Now, each quarter, we run what we call our business intensive. And it's an amazing day. Everybody looks forward to it. And all the clients come together at our head office over in Birmingham. And on that day, we go through a series of different workshops, anything from marketing. We go through the latest cutting edge marketing, AI, staffing, HR, accounting, all the things that matter within your business, personal development. Depending on what time of year it is and what's happening right now determines what's on the agenda for that full day. Now, when everybody gets together and we run the different workshops, it's not just to sit there listening to me. We get stuff done, move things forward. So when they go away, they have the next 90 days until the next intensive pretty much mapped out, knowing what to focus on. It keeps everyone on track. But again, the important thing of this is everyone gets to talk to each other, reflect, learn, grow, have fun, have some nice food, be in a nice professional environment. And it's absolutely amazing. One of my former clients had a habit that has shown up in many other places. We wouldn't turn up to the calls in the week, wouldn't turn up to anything really, wouldn't engage with the group whatsoever, wouldn't respond to messages. And then when it came to the intensive, he'd show up. And when he showed up, everybody else is relaxed and driven, motivated, excited. They've got wins from the last quarter. And he would always show up stressed, overwhelmed, and just saying things like, oh, I really needed this. When the resources were there to show up to the either one-to-one calls if he wants them, the group coaching calls every week, the training sessions, show up in so many ways it could show up. It's like, no, wait until the intensive, turn up to the intensive, oh, I really needed this. And then it was like taking a step back, reset, then go and do exactly the same again. The thing that was a massive lesson here was you can't win if you don't show up, whether that's showing up to training for yourself, showing up to your obligations as a business owner, showing up for your team, training your team, or showing up for your students. You have to show up. And it starts by showing up for yourself, because your business will not, and this is the lesson, your business is not going to outgrow you. If your level of capability, and whether that's emotional, intellectually, physically, whatever, is here, you can't expect your business to grow here miraculously. It's not going to happen. So you have to show up for you as a starting point. And in showing up for you and growing and progressing and becoming a better version of yourself, it keeps you on track. And it means that you end up showing up for your team members, your instructors, your helpers, your black belts, and your students. because you're leading by example. They see how you carry yourself. So instead of seeing a chaotic, erratic version of you that makes rash decisions and loses your temper and all that stuff, they see somebody that's growing, that's wise, that understands that he's always better this week than they were last week, has always got the answers, that has associations with other people and learning and growing. They see these things, they feel these things, so you're showing up for them. And that also means that you're not going to be as stressed in your business because it motivates everybody to be better. That has a knock-on effect to when you go home and you interact with your friends and your family. Because if you're stressed in your work environment, what do? You go home and then you moan about it at home, which kills the atmosphere at home. Because when you're there, you need to be present, showing up for your family. That's the final lesson. I think is probably the most important. You got to show up. You can't commit to something and then not show up. Can't commit to owning a business and then not showing up to being the leader. It's not a community kind of, youth club, just jumping, just do what you want. It's not, it's a business. And you owe it to yourself, you owe it to your community, and you owe it to your future students and your family to ensure that you show up. Now, if you're interested in getting involved in our intensives, then always give out 3 free invites each quarter to any school owners that want to come along. You have to meet a certain criteria, obviously. So if you're interested, wherever you see this video, just comment or message me on socials, and we'll get you a space. We'll have a chat. Alternatively, we have a special session on the 25th of January in Birmingham. I'm doing a joint session with my mate Swap, who's a marketing genius, and we're coming together. We're doing an amazing event. It's a very, very small event. It's like my coaching clients, his coaching clients, and we're giving like 5 spaces extra on top of that. And if you would be interested in coming along to that, then reach out to myself, or you can reach out to Swap, and then we'll see if you're a suitable fit. You can come down and then benefit from everything we're doing. We're doing some big things on that session, and setting up for the rest of the year. You get a couple of free bonuses as well. And my name is Rick Dubidat from Martial Art Business Growth Network. Happy New Year. And if you're interested in anything I've said, then speak to me and we'll get you sorted. Take care. See you soon.